This is massive. We've said it plenty of times in the save. It's almost become a meme at this point. This literally is the biggest tie in the club's history, and it might well be the biggest one we ever play in this save.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. We are very close to the end of this save now. It's very, very sad, but I am very much looking forward to doing the looking forward, which is going to be nice. So if you have enjoyed it up to this point, drop a like. That would be most marvellous. So without beating around the bush, you can see we drew Barcelona. Now, I think there were definitely easier teams we could have got, but honestly, I'm just glad we avoided Tottenham, Liverpool and City. Not because I think specifically that we'd get knocked out by them, although I think there is a good chance of that, just because I wanted to get knocked out, if we're going to get knocked out, by a team that isn't just another dominant Premier League team, you know? And Barcelona, top of the Spanish league, they're a bloody good side. I feel like if we can beat them, maybe there's a chance of us actually going all the way, because Liverpool and City play each other. Now, you might notice there's no derby here. Basically, the game got rearranged, so that will be later, either in this episode, the next one, or potentially one after, depending on how things go, really. So, some games off camera, and then we're going to be doing the Barcelona match. Sadly, things did not get off to the best start in the off-camera match. It was very similar to that City game. Great first goal, though, from Milan Loncha. What a strike from the lad to give us the lead at Old Trafford, which was nice. It was good to see. But after that, unfortunately, it was just all Man United. First goal from a corner, classic, just standard stuff. And then after that, it was very similar to that City game in many ways, in the sense that all of a sudden, it was just long shots were just going straight in, no matter what we did. This was just like, bam, eventually just gets it, bends it into the bottom corner, 2-1. And then literally moments after that, I thought we'd cleared our lines here. We sort of held up Beale a little bit here. He's able to sort of drop the ball back. And then unfortunately, once again, long shot, back of the net, 3-1. But literally in first half stoppage time, we were able to get ourselves back into it 3-2. Flamarion going through this time, playing instead of the Wizard, of course, 3-2. And I thought maybe there's still hope for us yet. There wasn't, as it goes. As in the second half, Man United just kind of got that a little bit better. Very close in many ways as this game. But yet again, this time just loads of space for Santamaria and a good finish from him there. We just seem to... It's kind of like a punch-up, a lot of these big matches sometimes. And sometimes we come out on top, and sometimes we just really, really don't. And today was one of those times where we just really didn't. I mean, look at that. Luckily, we were able to then get a victory in the even the 90th minute here. Bad defending from Wolves. Eventually knocks this through, and Loncha was able to sneak in there and get us, I think, a deserved win, but a very, very tight win against Wolves in the league. And we needed that to keep us in the hunt for Champions League. We then immediately played Wolves again, this time in the FA Cup. I'm getting sick of the sight of Wolves. Jordan Henderson's Wolves, by the way. And Montano ball to the back post, and there was Jay Hassan to make it 1-0 to Wolves after just a few minutes. Pretty even game again, really. We had more shots than them, but it wasn't really creating any good chances for us. George Jimmy getting the ball out on the left-hand side. Eventually, Keith Abbott gets it, whips a lovely ball across. There was Kayo on the end of it to slot that one home for 1-1. Replay, unfortunately, which means a third consecutive game against Wolves. But as it happened, we needn't have worried. We put in our best performance against them, despite once again playing a rotated side in this one. Keith Abbott was sensational. Lovely ball in from Abbott there. Flamarion drills it home. Abbott's now learned early crossing to remove the fact that he's bad at dribbling, and my goodness, is it paying off. He got the assist in the last game against them, and he got 2 more assists in this game for Flamarion as well. Lovely work there. 2-0. Flammers with a pair of goals. Abbott with a pair of assists. You love to see it. And then not long after that, we were able to make it 3-0 on the night. Kane McLean this time driving down the right-hand side. Lovely work inside to Flamarion. Drops it across. There was Schomlayer. 3-0 Wolves. They had 3-0 last. They had a man set off. We're into the semi-finals. We'll play Manchester City. Could have done without the extra games, I'm going to be honest. I was kind of hoping that by rotating the squad around a little bit, we might lose. You never know. But Keith Abbott has really stepped up lately. But now it's Barcelona. Ernesto Valverde's Barcelona. Patumbi, who they signed from Liverpool a few seasons ago, is injured. But this is going to be some mighty effort required, chaps, and I'm not entirely confident in that. Inter beat Bayern Munich, and City and Liverpool drew 2-2. That's a pretty good result for Liverpool, actually. Oh, and if we win, we play Spurs or PSG. So, we've got a lot of work to do, and we don't look in great form. But, at the very least, we do have the Wizard back. That's the one thing we do have. I rested him out for the last game, although he was available, to put Flamarion in. Flamarion did perform well, but the reason I played him was so that we could rest the Wizard. So, Flamarion will definitely be coming off the bench in today's game, though. I can feel it. As for the left side, I have to start Nelson. He's been so good in the Champions League this year, it would be wrong of me not to start him. Everybody else, though, totally happy to go with that system. Everyone's had a rest, basically, except for Dale Connor, because we were running out of centre-backs. So Flammers will come onto the bench. Keith Abbott will obviously come in for Remy Lafarge. So the bench will be Flamarion, Fran, Jimmy, Schomlayer, McLean, Balde, and Abbott. This is massive. We've said it plenty of times in the save. It's almost become a meme at this point. This literally is the biggest tie in the club's history, and it might well be the biggest one we ever play in this save. So their team, who have they got? Patrick, Josimar, Manuel Yagüe, I think he used to play for Everton, Mark, Luengo, Gomes, Gabriel, Aurelio, don't know most of these people, Weigl, Finley Beckwith, he sounds English. Yes, he is. Came through at Chelsea. Okay. And then up front, Unai Begoshea. That's probably probably pronounced horrendously. But there you go. And he's their top scorer this season with 24 goals. One thing I did do against Wolves that I think was what enabled us to eventually get that draw in that replay, because we were looking crap, was I turned off playing the ball out of defence. Don't want to do it every game, because sometimes it works really nicely for us, but I think it's another strategy we can use when we're just not quite able to get enough of an attacking threat, because often we're getting dispossessed in our own half because we're trying too hard to play it out, and sometimes just lumping it to one of our wide men can be the better result. So I know that we've kind of got that in our arsenal should we need it. Honestly, this could go either way. I mean, I feel like Napoli we were pretty strong against in both games, although we did kind of bugger it up a little bit in the second one despite winning. Possession's very, very low on our side, but again, it's early days yet. We'll make a decision on that later. Josemar. Weigl. Oh, good save. Cripped all the way through. Not that we should be hugely surprised that Barcelona are playing a heavy possession-based tactic. Let's not beat around the bush here. They've started very strongly. I do wonder if this is the type of game where maybe we could actually try and play out from the back a little bit less. Just get the ball forward. Although we are getting a bit more of the ball now as Lonchar's shot is blocked. So as the first half's worn on, as much as we haven't seen any shots from us specifically... Oh, God, Beckwith's going to absolutely do it here, isn't he? Oh, I was about to say we were looking all right, but that was a tough one. This makes me think we shouldn't play out from the back as much in the second half and just try to get some balls into dangerous areas a little bit quicker. I know those two aren't completely connected. It's just that sometimes I think we get caught in possession whilst overplaying at the back. Weigl, good tackle on him. Weigl snipping through tackles and Ellison is forced to tip it wide. Barcelona growing as the first half's worn on. Half-time, Whitport 0, Barca 0. Very even match so far. I've gone for it. We're going to stop playing out of defence as much and get the ball up the pitch a little bit quicker to try and get some of these dangerous players on the ball a little bit more. It might cost us from time to time, but I think in the long run, it will allow us to get into more dangerous positions more quickly, potentially. Tate loses out, but Aboljan's there still. Good ball in. And it's Kayo! What a stop by Patrick. So, my assistant reckons they're going with more caution now, which might be a chance for us to turn it back on to work ball out from the defence, but maybe we should just carry on what we're doing. The Wizard finds Paul Tate, who puts it in. Whitport 1, Barcelona 0. Paul Tate, the former PSG man, gives us the lead in the Champions League. Only his third goal of the season. The Wizard with the assist as well. And that is a crucial goal. Little flick from the Wizard here to inside. Paul Tate's just taken that first time. He could not have put that any more in the corner. What a postage stamp finish from Paul Tate. Come on. It would be a very complete defensive performance. I wonder if playing less out of the back against the bigger sides when we play them is a good strategy. Going forward. It might be why we tend to get overrun sometimes by the sides with better pressing abilities, because they're just able to win the ball off of us easier. Kayo could get this touch here. He has. He's through. Kayo's got the hold off the defender. Can he slip it for Lonchar? Yes! Get in there! Milan Lonchar, Whitport 2, Barcelona 0. This second half has been very, very good from us. That is a massive moment. This touch from Kayo here has made that. The touch to go past the defender, to hold him off, and he actually looks for the pass to his teammate. Lonchar is composed as ever, pops it past the goalkeeper. A 2-0 win in the first leg would give us such a good chance. And I think it would have us zeroing in on a strategy. That's going to do it, unless we win. Imagine if we scored from here. Lonchar can't do it, but that's going to be it. It's going to be Whitport 2, Barcelona 0. Come on! This will be the biggest victory in the club's history in a single match, I would say. Oh, God, they nearly got away with it there. And in the away leg, I think we can... Yes! Whitport 2, Barca 0. That is a massive win. I mean, 2-0 win in a home leg of the Champions League, not conceding at home to Barca. That could be a life-changing moment for us, potentially pushing us to a semi-final. We've still got a lot of work to do in the second leg, but I think I know what style of play we need to be doing in that game. We were much, much better when we switched off playing out the back in this one. Come on! Right, huge result. One game off camera against Blackburn, and then back for the second leg. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Right then, we're back. You can understand why we're not going to show you the full highlights of this game, because we're pushed for time right now. We beat Blackburn 7-0. I rotated the entire team out, basically, as you can see from the lineup. But the thing is, we were 7-0 up at half-time in this game, and they did nothing in the second half, as you can imagine. 4 goals from Remy Lafarge, Shomlea Flamarion and George Jimmy chipping in. Very quick glance at the league. We're currently sitting 4th. We've got a game in hand on Spurs who are below us, but literally, Spurs, us and Liverpool all on 60 points, but our goal difference is now a lot better thanks to that result. But Man United are above us now. They've really snuck into those positions. It's going to be a very, very tight run in. Bristol City as well, on for a European spot this season. Fair play to them. Blackhaven just can't seem to buy a win now. Literally, I don't think they've won a game, or maybe once, since they brought in all those signings. I want to see what their PPG's been like, and we'll assess that at the end of the season. But we've got bigger fish to fry, because right now, it's about Barcelona versus Whitport, the away leg. Like, we're coming into this with great confidence. 2-0 up in the first leg is great. I think we've got a strategy that might well work for us to just be a bit more gung-ho and less playing it out from the back. I think we're going to go with that from the start today and see how we do. A goal for us really does put us in an incredibly strong position to win this tie. I can't believe it. So, selection advice. Everybody comes out. Balde or Nelson. I feel like Nelson still has to start here. He's been the man that's done us well lately. I trust him still. Everybody else, though, sticking right there. Flammarion, obviously, doing wonderful things for us in the league as well, which is nice. So it's great to have that option. And obviously, Keith Abbott will come on the bench instead of Remy Lafar. Actually, no, I'll put him instead of Chomlea. Lafar he deserves it after that 4-goal haul. This is going to be interesting. We're not going to switch it till we get into the match, although I do think it's set in one of the other tactics, but it at least means we've got it trained, so it's not so unfamiliar to the lads, because obviously we had that switched off before. So that's going to be the bench. That's going to be the lineup. This is going to be the biggest moment we've ever had. Provided we don't balls it up, of course. That's the key thing for us. We cannot allow complacency to slip in. Excellent. Turn off play-out defence from the beginning. All we can do is try. Try our hardest. If we score a goal at the Nou Camp, I think that might well be enough, because if we score, Barca need 4. And I don't know. Maybe we'll make loads of defensive errors. We'll see. The way I'm looking at it is we've kind of done all we can do at this point to set them up for this. It's up to them to follow through on the instructions, really. Finley Beckwith. Oh, he's got through. What a stop from Jerry Ellison. That could just be because it's early days. We just got to avoid an early goal. Oh, God. No, please not a long shot. Aurelio Weigl. Great save again from Jerry Ellison. Is he about to have a Russell Griggs versus Barnsley type of game? Concerning, sort of, but it's surprising how much possession they've given us, to be fair. Longshot, great touch from him. Can he whip it in? Nelson scores! Come on! Simon Nelson at the Nou Camp. Imagine this. What a season Simon Nelson has had in the Champions League. This is what captains do. It's Gerrard against Olympiakos-esque. Yeah, it's a deep cut. Take a bow, son. Take a bow. Lonchard dinks it up. Nelson rising highest. A terrible goalkeeper from Patrick, but Whitport have the away goal that we so desperately need. Half-time, Barcelona 0, Whitport Athletic 1. Simon Nelson, the captain, the leader that we all needed. His goals in the Champions League this year have been absolutely crucial. Like, the situation is quite simply this. As long as we don't concede 4 second-half goals to Barcelona, a team that we've not let score against us at all in this tie yet, over 3/4 of the tie, then we will get through. But there's still a long way to go, and you know how this game can change. You know, a red card, an injury, anything could happen to this point. We just need to remain strong. But I really do think we're onto something with our tactical setup at the moment. For the bigger games, the Wizards got it. Oh, if we score another goal. Can he pull it back to the edge of the box? He can. It's Nielsen. Surely. Paul Tate with his second goal against Barcelona, his former club, and we're 2-0 up at Camp Nou. I always never knew which way round it was, Camp Nou or Nou Camp. I know it's written Camp Nou. Great work from Nielsen, actually. I thought he was going to shoot. Just drops it to Paul Tate, and that is a daisy cutter of a finish from him. And we now lead 2-0 away from home. We're 4-0 up against Barcelona. Surely we can't muck it up from here. We would need to concede 5 second-half goals from this point in order to do this. And surely they're going to leave gaps in flying forward, which they're going to have to do at some point. The longer we can go without conceding, the better. And the luck has been on our side today, I've got to say. Oh, God. Set piece time. Bad news. Oh, no, we've managed to clear it. Watch us now concede from the next ball. There's 2 of you here. The Wizard does well. The Wizard's done all right there. He's, it looks like he's fouled him, which is odd. But, nevertheless, he's got the ball out of play. What? I'm sorry, I literally just spat my drink all over myself. What the hell is going on here? Played okay, says the game. Cool, hang on. I'm just going to dry myself off. Okay. Sure. Why? Literally why? You know what, I'm actually going to bring him off for, I'm going to keep Tate in there. That way we keep a player that's more of a defensive option in that midfield. The worst thing about that for me is not that I think it will affect this tie that greatly in the grand scheme of things. It's the fact that he's now going to be suspended for future ties. Lonchar and cleared. I still feel like with half an hour to go, unless we can see 5 in the last half an hour, which would be utterly insane, Tate with a good clearance, then we'll be fine. But it's the fact that he's going to be suspended for future ties, potentially the semi-final. Like, he's like, we're 4-0 up. Why don't I just go Avada Kedavra this bastard on the wing? And now it's 5 on aggregate. Caio at the back post. Well, Barcelona can suck it at this point. We're 5-0 up on aggregate. Where has this come from? This performance over 2 legs has been nothing short of magical. Ironically, the Wizard being probably the worst player of the bunch. But what a brilliant ball in from Abolgian. Caio sneaking in at the back post. Barcelona have overcommitted. It's 5-0 on aggregate. I'm taking players off to rest them at this point. Wow. Like, the first leg I thought was good, but this is a different level of good. Wow, we're actually going to get the clean sheet at the new camp here. It's going to be Barcelona 0, Whitport Athletic 5 on aggregate here. Paul Tate with 2 goals, Simon Nelson with a goal, and we are into the Champions League semi-finals. Paul Tate, man of the match. What a result that is. 3-0 away from home to get 5-0 on aggregate, but that red card has pissed me off to no end. I don't know what he's thinking, getting himself sent off there. Like, why would a player do that? Then again, that's just life, isn't it? Right, so we're going to be without the wizard, but at least we do have Flamarion for whoever we may play, whether it be PSG or Spurs. We're going to find out immediately. And it's Spurs. They won on penalties. We will face off against Tottenham in the Champions League semis. It's a shame. I would have rather played PSG just because it was not an English side and it was a bit different, but that's how it goes. Wow. We're into a Champions League semi-final. That is a huge result. Come on, if we keep playing like this, we might actually have something here. Blackhaven match has been moved again. That is absolutely nuts. I can't believe it. Honestly, I was expecting, after the way we've been kind of playing, after the Man United game, scraping past Wolves, I kind of just thought that we were just looking a bit languished. But now, we've all of a sudden kept 4 consecutive clean sheets and smashed in, what? How many goals is that? 15 goals over our last 4 matches, albeit 7 of which were against Blackburn. But we've really found something at the perfect time of the season. Can this be the run for us to at least qualify for the Champions League through the league stages for next year and have a good old crack against Spurs, who are around the same kind of level as us in the league? So you just never know. You just never know. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like. That would be marvellous. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be amazing as well. I stream on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, and at the weekends, so go follow there too. And I'll join you tomorrow for Champions League semi-finals against English opposition in Spurs. Very checkered history against Spurs. This is going to be no mean feat. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.